couch or when you're working and but yeah, man.
We are going live now.
Excellent.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome,
Good
welcome.
evening.
How's
So,
everybody doing?
Nick
And I'm Jean-Luc.
and Lynn's with us tonight.
Yes.
So they can tell your whole story. You just tell everyone else.
Yes.
Repeat again.
What story was I talking about?
About why Lynn's here.
Oh, yeah. So
Where is she? Why is she
exactly.
here?
So it is Thursday night with Jean-Luc and Nick. We are in the kitchen, but tonight's gonna be a little bit different because we're not cooking, we're eating. We actually we love fondues. Nick and I love fondue. And we decided to buy an electric one and see if we
I
like
won't
it.
lie. Growing up, my mom always was like, "Oh,
She
fondue
hated it?
again," because we always
Yeah.
wanted it, and it's become like ever since I met him, he also loved it when I met him. So
Definitely.
we've been doing fondue since we met, but we don't make the fondues most people make.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not an oil-based fondue. This is a broth fondue.
Exactly.
So, it's a broth-based fondue, more like a hot pot, as they would call it. There's a lot of restaurants in the U.S. that I've been to. Actually, one called Hot Pot, if I'm not mistaken, where you order a pot of different broths, and then you just make your food at the table. So we bought this one just the other day. It's called a
Fondussimo.
Fondussimo. It's a small one, but what we liked about this one, I don't know if you guys can see it, is normally on a fondue set you have pokers. And
Okay. Who's done a fondue before in the chat right now?
Yeah.
Raise a hand. Who's been there? Where did it go?
Where did I leave it?
Oh, my stick is stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, lift up. Oh, and get the fork. Kind of fork. This
I don't know, but our family we all had 4 or 5 different sticks, and we're all trying to jab in our.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
But it was always fun. Because
I loved it.
Then all of a sudden a piece of broccoli would pop up. You're like,
it's my broccoli. And we just start fighting as a family, like, no, it's my broccoli. And that happened for us.
And I'll be honest, I wasn't introduced to the broth fondue until I met Nick. Because growing up in my family, we would do the oil fondue, which I'm not gonna lie, it was yummy but dangerous, and let's just say extra greasy.
Extra greasy?
Extra greasy. And so when I found out that you could do it with broth and it's just as good, I was like, oh my God, I want to do this all the time. So Nick and I actually.
So the other day, this ad came on, of course, I think it was Instagram, right?
It was Facebook.
Facebook ad. And he showed it to me, and I was like, oh my God, buy it. Because we stopped doing fondues for a few reasons. With cats, it's a little harder to do.
Yeah.
And it's always scary to flame. It's an open flame. We didn't like doing the fuel as well, and then it was just always a hassle. But this is an electric one, so it's you basically plug it in, and like Jean-Luc said, baskets.
Yes, and this is the smaller one. There was 2 different sizes. There was one that was
it's already on our shop. So if you go to jeanlucandick.com/Amazon, you can see the actual Fondussimo there. And you can then go see all the other sizes they have because they actually have bigger ones for families.
Turn that TikTok camera over just a bit. Just because I'm gonna open this. Hey guys, we haven't even opened it yet. We're
doing this like live.
This is a total live unboxing. I don't even know the instructions. We might not be eating till midnight.
You open it, it's like, you need to buy this piece. It's like, oh, damn it.
Damn it, we're ordering pizza.
I guess we're just doing vegetables and dip. We do have hummus.
I said pizza. Where did vegetable and dip come from?
Well, we have all these vegetables cut up. What would we do with them?
We can freeze them.
Yeah, no, frozen carrots. I don't
think they'll eat them. She'll be here all week.
Oh, that's true.
Rosie will eat vegetables. She's vegan, isn't she?
She is.
Or plant-based, I should say. So, if I could open the box, maybe I should have looked at the sticker first. Like, the sticker is, like, completely stuck. There we go. There's another one right there. You know, I'm not a ripper. Nick rips. Nick rips.
Just open the box. I'm not keeping it.
I am. Maybe we are.
Why would we keep this?
Why would we keep it? It's very fancy.
Fancy.
Like, look at that. Look at that.
That's the base.
And that's the broth. That's where you put the broth.
Right there.
Yeah, that's where you put the broth. Oh. That's where
right. So that's not the base then.
You put the broth in here. Where else would you put the broth, honey?
I don't know. There's other pieces in here.
Definitely.
This is the base.
That's the base.
So why did you correct you and I said that was the base?
Because I thought, I just didn't really understand what
this is the plug, obviously.
And these are the little baskets. Look how cute these are. Yeah, I love it.
So instead of sticks, you're actually using little baskets to put. It's almost like you're doing like little deep fryers of vegetables.
Mini boilers.
Mini boilers.
Not deep fryers. We're not deep frying.
And we actually do have a fondue set. We just haven't used it in a long time.
We used
So-
to use it all the time. It was one of the things when friends would come over, we thought it was a fun way to have dinner because
It's a conversation.
it's a conversational dinner. Like
And I'll be honest, people, if you're trying to lose weight, trying to eat a little
it's a
slower,
great way.
it slows down your eating a lot.
It definitely does because you gotta sit for it to cook.
Oh, there's a little book here.
Yeah, recipes.
There's recipes.
Mhm.
No, user manual.
So I'm gonna throw that in there.
You're not gonna use your phone?
No, I'm not gonna use the phone. We're just gonna put that away for now. And that piece, yeah, and that piece of paper on top of the
Warning. Warning.
warning. Danger! Get up! What is it? Danger, Will Robinson, danger!
I'll put this in the garbage.
Yes. So I like this so far. I love the side of it. It's about the same size as a regular fondue pot, I'll be honest with you. And I'm excited to know. I think I can actually put this on the stove and start heating it from the stove.
Right here.
Yeah, we'll have to read the.
It comes right here. There's an actual an actual QR code on it.
Oh,
So it comes with different recipes and different fondue you can do. And so this fondue is only made for this type of fondue. So I know that some of them are made for chocolate fondue or cheese fondue. So you do have to look to see the kind of
There's
there's different kinds. We don't do cheese or
chocolate.
can you imagine me with cheese fondue? That was possible in my
That
household.
would not be good.
I mean, I eat all
We
the
would
cheese
eat-
in place. I mean cheesing all the time.
We'd be eating it all the
I
time.
had soup today with a mountain of cheese on top of it. That's one of my probably my commitments for
So I gotta. Can you find out if we need to the word I'm looking for? If we can use this pot on the stove, because I actually think we can. It looks like it's a stove, so you can start by boiling your broth on the pot on the stove to get it extra hot, and then just bring it to the warmer.
it says wash the pot.
Yeah, of course I will wash it first.
Solid pan from flat dry surface. With a preparation of broth on the stove top. Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you do it on the stove.
That's fabulous.
That's amazing. You do the fabrication, you do the
Traditional
fondue.
fondues. You usually put it in a pot, you boil it on the stove, then you transfer it into the fondue pot
With a
with the flame underneath. So I love that this is all done in one pot.
Introduction. Mise en garde. Instructions in French. So yeah, it's great. That's pretty much it.
Is that how it's plugged in?
Well, that's the
Yeah, it says up. No, it says up.
So then there's a light there. So
Yes.
it turns on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
Yay!
This probably goes on top.
It,
right?
not yet. It's after.
Yeah.
after.
I'm gonna go wash it.
Yes, it's right here.
That's my job.
Yes, and we wash it. So what we did for tonight, we just have a bunch of veggies that we have pre-cut up. We have carrots, broccoli, asparagus, green beans, yellow beans, and that's it. 'Cause guess what? We were like, we're gonna just eat what's in our fridge, and that's what's in our fridge. So
Not leaving moldy vegetable.
really, honestly, they're all raw. Nothing is cooked because everything's gonna get cooked in the actual fondue.
And I'm kind of excited because we can share baskets. Okay, we'll do a broccoli basket
Yeah,
together.
Do a whole
So you-
broccoli
You
basket.
do a whole broccoli basket, so they're all cooked to perfection for all of us. And you pull it out. We'll do a carrot basket. You know what I mean? Like you can.
I like this.
I like sharing my
think I'm
vegetables.
gonna like this because it's not gonna be as slow a process as a regular traditional fondue.
No, I don't think
But-
so either.
Oh, I just lost the cauliflower. Wash that. Over there. So you already washed this, honey?
Yeah, all ready to go.
So I'm gonna make a broth, and I'm actually gonna use some wine because we like the flavor, and you're cooking down the alcohol, so you're really not. It's just adding some nice flavor. I'm using a white wine. We prefer the clear broth more than the red wine broth.
I'm just washing the little baskets here. So has anybody been able to come out with their commitments yet?
Yeah, we have.
I know we had a conversation with someone this week about their commitments.
And we actually asked them because we were very, very impressed with how this person divided them up.
Yep.
They came up with some really amazing goals, and
Yeah.
then from those goals found common denominators, and then said, okay, that's a main topic that I want to work on. That's another one I want to work on, and then had micro commitments underneath each.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like this person had what, like at least 25 to 30 that she could pick from, which was awesome. And no, it wasn't Lynn.
I have one.
Lynn says she only has one.
Yours.
She has one commitment, and it's the one we gave her already. That's hilarious.
Working on it.
That is so funny. It is. It's a work in progress. That's why we've asked everybody to start doing it ahead of time and not waiting to the very end because it's a lot harder that way, right?
Perfect. So what are you looking at?
Just looking to see.
Oh, you're actually gonna look for a
Discover
recipe?
free recipes. No, I'm just gonna make my own.
I know.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was like, what are you doing? You never follow recipes.
No, I don't. I just do my own thing.
Seba is around
He's in the
somewhere.
bedroom. We locked him out.
We got some more pictures of our babies
We
today.
did. Oh my goodness, we are so excited to get them. We actually have vet appointments for them. We have an appointment to see the vet, but when we get back, this week we actually have a scheduled time that we're going to pick them up from our return from our trip. Are you so quiet?
Because I'm trying to fix something.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were trying to fix something. I'm like, all of a sudden, you
You know, they say you sound.
it sounds tinny.
You sound great to me.
You sound great to her. Sorry. We are just.
That's better.
Is that better?
Yes, I found the issue with
Okay. Thank you.
Zoom
Nick.
and Zoom
Thank
and
you, tech
its,
support, Nick.
Zoom and its decision to use different things than you actually tell it to when it wants to.
does that.
I know it changes settings on you. And it's like
so aggravating.
You know, we're never on that setting before, so
That's what I don't understand too. Is if you put a setting on something, do you not expect it to keep on that setting? Like you wouldn't expect to have to go back in
exactly.
and then put the setting back on. You'd think it would be intuitive enough to say, I'm turning this on because I want to use it, right? So I don't know. It's very weird.
you know, I think we're complaining about something that's really not necessary
Yeah,
to complain about.
no, I'm not complaining. I'm stating a fact.
So again, how are people doing it with their
Commitments.
commitments? So I'm trying to see in chat. Has anybody been able to come up with some of them? I know Marianne says she has a working version. I put on a page yet, which is I would recommend no pages yet. Like the idea that Charlotte Heather had of taking any post-it notes and putting on the book first and then figuring out what you want to do. We highly encourage you to do that. And there's a reason why we talked about it last night, and I'll share with you guys here. Some of you have been really encouraged by the Kickstart and have already started changing some habits in your journey.
Which is fantastic.
Which is fantastic. We
Love
want that. We want you to feel encouraged and we don't want you to stop doing this. But on September 15th, say it's been 3 weeks now, you've been walking every day for 3 days a week already, and it's become a habit. Maybe you'll change it to 4 as a commitment on the 16th. And that's why we're saying don't lock any of them down till the day of, because some of you we've noticed, and I'm going to point one out. Marianne is one of the examples.
I love it.
She's going for walks already, so she's already established new healthy patterns because she's already gung ho. She wants to get this done, so she's just like, which is what we want. We want you guys to be gung ho. We don't want you guys to wait till September 15th to start stuff. No, start now. What we're saying is on the 15th is when you'll lock down your 10 commitments. On that day is when you'll write them down in your book, and that's when they become permanent.
And that's where the ones you're doing.
And that's the ones you're doing for 42 days. That's why we said it can't be pencil. It has to be a pen. It has to be printed. It has to be something that you're saying.
Legible, people. I want legible writing. Not that I'm going to be checking. Or actually, yes, I am. I'm going to be asking for a picture. I'm not. Yes, I am. Maybe.
So someone's saying that they're struggling to come up with some. So remember that when we talk about commitments, it's about different areas of your life that you want to do things in. So it does not have to be weight loss or related in that sense, but you can do something with, you know, projects you're working on, or if you're trying to save money to go somewhere, or if you're trying to stop, you know, a habit of going out to eat too much. So you can use a commitment to be anything, any habit that you want to curb or add on into your life can be a commitment. So the first thing you want to do first is kind of start at the high level. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve?
Yeah. What are things you want to achieve?
What are you trying to do? Okay. That's the first thing you have to figure out. And goals include every goal you have in life. I want to travel when I retire. I want
every single closet in my house to be clean within the next 42 days.
any
Why not?
goal.
That's a goal, right?
Any goal.
It's even things that you might be putting off because we're all in our own way procrastinators, right?
So once you figure out your goals, you list these out, your goals with space below each goal. And then you start coming up with small things you can do to achieve these goals. For example, Jean-Luc just said it. What did you just say? 42 days?
42 days cleaning closets.
Cleaning closets,
Yeah.
okay? So I will devote 30 minutes a day for the next 42 days to cleaning my closet every day. So every day you set a time for 30 minutes, you clean a closet in your home for 30 minutes, and then you stop and then you go back to what you're doing. Every day for 42 days. That could be a commitment. You can do something where you want to maybe walk more. So you can say, I am going to walk a minimum of 5 minutes every day for 42 days. That's my commitment. Maybe it's a food related thing. Maybe you want to increase your vegetables. So you're going to say, for 42 days, I will have to have a veggie dominant dinner 4 times a week. And we explained the other day how you can also figure that out. If you're doing things 3 times or 4 times a week, you ask as you're tracking that week. So go changing gears to the how you're going to figure that, how you're going to track all this. Because we had that question last night. Every day when you're tracking, you're going to say, am I still within my commitments? So you're going to go through all 10 and say, yes, 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 no, yes, 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 and submit it. Day 2, you're going to ask the same question. And every day after, you're going to ask that and you're going to submit that on our website. There's going to be emails being sent while we're going to be. So going to bed early, but how do I get myself to do that? So maybe you say, I have to be in my bed. Mind you, I didn't say sleeping.
So, first of all, what time do you go to bed right now?
Yeah.
Like, let's be realistic, right? If you're at midnight, going to bed at midnight, and you're saying, I'm going to be in bed by 8 p.m. every day, 7 days a week, is that a realistic goal for you? No. So going to bed earlier might say, okay, I need to be in my room by 10 p.m. every night, but I need to have lights out by 10:30. So that way it gives you 30 minutes to do whatever you want. And then that could be achievable. Even do it 11 if you find that hour too much. But really look at what you're currently doing in that case, and then try to manipulate what you're doing and not over committing. We don't want you to overcommit.
And when Jean-Luc and Nick's Kickstart starts on September 16th, we're asking you every day to track your progress on our website for multiple reasons. Number 1, accountability. We're not asking you what your commitments are. You guys have seen the form. I'm pretty sure some of you visited the other day. All it says is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. You just put a checkbox, you submit it. Why? Because it's accountability. You're being true to yourself every day saying, I did follow my 10 commitments, I'm submitting them. Also, you're going to get entries into a contest. Every time you submit your tracker every day, you're going to put your name into our Kickstart contest where we'll be giving away prizes, three prize packs, randomly drawn, and you get entries from submitting your tracker. You also could purchase or print or buy the PDF of our book. This book gives you more instructions on how to create your commitments. So if you're having issues, if you're questioning how to do it and you haven't bought one or the other, I would suggest either looking into those or watching some of our past sessions, the last few sessions we've done. Yeah, our books are right here. These are from Amazon. So you can buy them on PDF or you can buy them as Amazon books. So this book will actually explain to you in the first few pages when you open it up. I'll show you guys all on camera here. It actually gives you instructions on how to come up with your commitments, okay? And then it allows you every day to track. This is where you write your commitments, and then this is where you track your commitments by paper for yourself every day. But then you'll go to our website and fill in the form to submit it every single day. Why are we doing this? We're not expecting everyone to have check boxes every day. That's not the goal of this. The goal is the tracking. If you one day submit your tracker with no check boxes, I'll still give you a 100% passing grade because you were honest with yourself. This is not about getting 100% check boxes, it's getting 100% tracking. And we will tell you at the end, we will have a stat and we will tell people who've done all 42 days, if you submit your tracker every single day, we will do some type of certificate at the end saying, I submitted my tracker for 42 days during Kickstart with Jean-Luc and Nick, and I got this certificate.
And all I got was this darn certificate.
Yeah, something like that. Like, we'll come up with something. Like, we'll build something for you guys to show you've committed and you finished the 42 days. So we don't care if you don't check box it every day. Actually, we encourage some of you to do some things that are maybe a little harder for you. Because what's going to happen, Kickstart's going to end October 27th. We're going to still be around for after that. We're going to do our Tuesday chats again. Our In the Kitchen is going to continue. Steps going to continue. But Kickstart's not coming back till January. So during those 2 months, you're going to try to stick to the habits you built through
Yeah.
Kickstart.
Don't go adding, keep those 10
Keep those
commitments
10
going.
commitments
Or
going.
as many as you were able to keep going.
Then in January, Kickstart comes back again. You will then get a chance to bring in some of your old commitments that you still want to work on,
That maybe you struggled with.
or add some new ones, or tweak some of them. And then we'll do the whole 42 days again. And we actually are possibly planning also in January to do a weight loss tournament as well as an incentive. So we are trying to add different things to get people to have incentives to do this. So we are working on.
Nothing is mandatory.
Yes, nothing is mandatory.
Nothing is mandatory. So if your goal is not to lose any weight,
Don't
you do not
do
have
it.
to
It's
participate.
just for people who want to do this.
But what happens is we're trying to open up and give as many options for everybody out there, and realize that wellness is about just being well. Like if you are healthy and your doctor tells you you're healthy, but maybe you could lose a little bit weight, fine, that's fine. And you want to lose some weight, that's fine. But I was just asking Lynn earlier, I was like, okay, are you happy right now? She's like, yeah, I'm extremely happy. So I said, build on that happiness. When you're happy, you're going to want to do more things. So make sure that you have that happiness around you. And sometimes it's not focusing on the thing you struggle on. It's by doing the things you actually enjoy doing and making those predominant in your life, because then you do start doing other things as well. Sorry, my broth is boiling.
So January comes along, 10 more commitments, new book. We're actually going to add more stuff in it next time. We actually have some ideas of what we'll add into the next book. And then we'll finish the 42 days. There'll be a break, and then Kickstart will come back again. 10 more commitments. And so we will be continuing these 6-week things
with something very hot
throughout time, because we know this works for us. And we know that this is what helped us lose our weight the first time. And one of our goals is weight loss. It is one of our goals. One of the things that we want to do, we're being honest with our goals. One of them is weight loss. I want to fit in some of my old clothes again. It's not about the scale. It's about just fitting in some of my old clothes. I'm wearing the same clothes over and over again because literally my butt is so big right now, people. It's like, it's got 6 butts down there. So 6 butts down there. He doesn't mind, but I do. So one of the things I want to do is work on that. So we will both want to work on stuff like that. One of the things we're going to reduce is drinking. We're not going to drink for 42 days. That's already been an agreed upon decision. I'm not smoking weed for 42 days. He's not sure yet.
I'm going to do my best not to.
He hasn't agreed on that one, but I'm doing it. And there's other things. Steph.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to reduce the amount of weed that I smoke, because I'm also being realistic, right?
Yeah.
Realistic. We've been doing it so often, and right, that to say, oh, I'm never going to do it again. I don't want to do that. But if I say, okay, I'm reserving it till weekends only. That way, at least, let's see if I can do that. And then next time, maybe I'll do 42 days without it. Like, I want to be realistic. So
it's not, it's just because I need to do it. I've done it before. We've done it on trips. I know I can do it. So for me, it's just, I want to do it. You can wait to TikTok, Lynn. We're getting them ready for the new scene here. The steamy scene.
It smells good.
it smells very good. So basically, all I did was put a cup of white wine, and I just used
smell-o-vision.
Sauvignon Blanc, and I didn't buy an expensive bottle because I added broth to it. So I added a cup of white wine, and then there was 4 cups of chicken broth that I added to it, and then just spices. I put oregano, I put garlic, I put my garlic salt because I like my garlic salt. I added some a whole bunch of spices. And that's the thing, you make it the flavor you want to make it.
That's a spicy meatball.
A spicy meatball. And as a
It smells really good. I know, I'm smelling it too. I'm like, oh my God, it smells good. Woo.
And as a side, I just made a cup of jasmine rice.
Ooh,
So that we have a little bit of jasmine rice.
a whole new jasmine rice.
What about a lemon rice? Prince Ali. That's the only part of the song. Okay, I'm not getting fancy. We're putting the jars out for sauces.
Honey, how dare you?
Yeah. So Epicure honey mustard. We love our GQs. Like this is a sweet and sour.
Where's my
There's
use? You know what I want? Whatever.
I don't know if I have any, hun.
Yeah.
Do we have any more underneath?
We don't.
We might not.
Gerald So's is good.
Yeah, General So's is good. And then barbecue sauce. We just when you're doing
The parm one.
the parm one, yes. Oh, and we like do you like garlic aioli?
Yes.
Garlic aioli.
Tune.
Oh, tune. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's even
Yeah, that's the
better.
next thing. I need to pull out the chicken too.
Hubby don't like that, but I,
What, tune?
yeah.
So this is for the sauces, Tom?
No, I'm gonna just leave them in the jar.
Oh, yeah, that makes more
We're
sense.
leaving them in the jar.
Yeah, we're not fancy. It's just Lynn here tonight. We told her earlier, she's been here like it's often enough now. She like lives here. That's Lynn's room now. I
Yeah,
told
I've
her.
actually probably been in there more than Lizette has now.
Yeah, she has been.
So normally when you do a fondue, you can go to your meat counter and have them slice pieces of chicken or beef very thin because you want it to be thin because it's cooking in a broth, right? So you want to make sure it's super thin. They didn't have anything available today. Sometimes I did notice that PC does sometimes have fondue meat in their freezer section. I was hoping they didn't have it. We had some. We ate it. We ate it, not as a fondue. But we've done this before. I've just bought chicken breast fillets, so they're thin pieces. And in this, because it's like, just want to make sure that's boiling more, so I'm gonna make it high. In this, I know it'll cook fine because I'm gonna cut it into little chunks. Actually, I might even just leave it in strips because it's in a basket. So this is gonna be a new experience because we've never done it this way before.
I just approved a bunch of people on our website.
Approved a bunch of people on our
Yeah.
website. Sounds like a tongue twister.
It was.
Just approved a bunch of people on our website. Don't put the paper in. We don't
No.
eat the paper. Don't eat paper. Paper not as
So as you can see, the broth is simmering. It's warm right now. Is it on?
I don't want to pull it out of your.
it is on
How do you know?
because there's a light.
Like, little light goes on and off. It's off right now, then it's on there.
See?
Maybe it goes to a certain temperature and it stops. It's the instruction.
There we go. Let's get this turned
Oh,
Oh.
the breaker turned off.
Which happens often in this condo.
But
The electricity.
Oh my gosh.
The electrician who did this work here.
I have no clue where he got his license. No lie. There's a plug here the other day. You plug something in
It
and it
turns
turns
off
off
the
the
condo off.
power on the one side of the condo. We're like, what?
I was
And
trying to
it just started
vacuum.
happening.
And as I'm vacuuming, the lights turn off, the vacuum turns off, everything turns. So yeah, the people did electricity in this place,
So here,
That's a
the
lot to
chicken's
be
behind you,
desired.
honey.
now it's on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Like,
chicken's behind you.
gotta win a certain.
Okay. And I only pulled out one package for now because I think that would be fine. And then if we need more, we'll grab more.
okay, I'll keep it over here in the basket and bring it over.
Yeah.
So it can be on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, so now we're ready.
We're ready. We can eat
Yeah, we can eat.
and
All right.
talk and chat and just like,
So we can just keep talking about more
Is this on
about,
high or is this,
pardon me?
is that the right, is it on like all the way?
Yeah, it's starting to boil right now. You can see it. And you don't, it's never supposed to, it's supposed to simmer. Like it's supposed to be a constant
Sit it
simmer.
down.
And what's really cool too is what some people do with the broth afterwards is you make egg drop soup. So after that, your broth becomes so concentrated with flavors from all the vegetables that you put into it, you cook into it, and the meat, that it becomes so concentrated that it actually makes a nice broth. You strain out all the spices, and then you break an egg inside and you whisk an egg and it makes noodles.
I'm actually okay over here.
I thought so.
Because
Yeah.
I have this.
I thought so. I thought you would prefer there. I'm actually thinking of doing that as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Right?
Dinner time.
They don't need to see them.
Yes, they do. You're beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put chicken in so that can start cooking because that's the one thing that's gonna take longer. So I'm gonna let you go ahead, make some baskets.
Okay, so what do you want first, lady? Let's do some carrots.
Carrots, yep.
Love some carrots. Carrots.
Ooh, I like this.
We'll do a bunch of carrots so that so then you just put it in.
So I'm putting 3 pieces of chicken in for now. There's a little like
Yeah, little gap.
There's a little-
Yeah, got it.
There's a thing here to, when you're done, this is when it's to sit
that's
after.
to sit afterwards, but how did you?
There's a
put it
little
in.
gap. See how there's a little gaps in between here? That's where you sit.
You just put it in like, oh no, you
No,
put it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, now I see it.
So.
Wow, this is cool. I love this.
No, Lynn actually was driven by her husband. She actually was driven here by her husband.
Oh, yeah.
The hubby drove her.
That's-
So I'm doing it.
Yeah, so Katrina said that she loves it as that's what this is fun about, is that you can literally create yourself a meal not only are you eating slowly, which is what you should be doing technically, you're also, it's vegetables and meat. You're basically like, you can actually do beef in this, you can do, and you just let it sit there and boil, and then until it's ready to cook, and then you pull it out and you start eating.
I would say this, the boxes aren't huge, but at least we know we're not losing any of the vegetables that we're cooking. That's a huge difference.
The forks also had less on
I
them.
could probably put more broth in this next time too. I can,
Yeah, you could probably add it more now.
I'm going to.
Oh, it turned off again, so you have to skip the breaker.
How's the breaker keep going?
Because there's a lot of stuff plugged in right now.
Oh, because that one over there is
All
all
plugged
plugged
in.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. So I guess we'll keep breaking it.
It happens. That's why we have the so Kelly says she's never had fondue. It's really good.
It's a fun way to
yeah, it's a
eat.
fun way to eat.
It's definitely a fun way to eat. Why am I leaving like a drop?
I don't know.
I mean, either. Like, why am I leaving a drop? Why am I leaving a drop? I normally don't. That's why I threw it off. And now that it's a conversational dinner, like it's not like you sit there and you have to you sit there and you have to you have no choice but to talk. Although Lynn's not talking much right now, people.
Well, they can't hear her.
Yeah.
That's
Say hi, Lynn. Say hi.
you can still talk. You can talk to us. And then we'll relay what we're saying. What was I looking for? I was looking for something.
I don't know.
Oh, I need to cut the asparagus. These asparagus are way too long. They need to be cut. Yes.
I didn't know what.
That's okay.
I didn't know how the basket.
No,
I
definitely.
didn't know how it would look.
I'm
like.
gonna put this chicken in the fridge.
Why
so
would
that
you do the
chicken is
color?
soft.
So yeah, so for back to the commitments chat, because you know we're as this is cooking, we can keep it did it again then.
That's gonna be a pain.
Yes.
It's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Turn off the light over there.
What?
Turn off the lights. It'll help.
Oh, I'll turn off these ones here.
Yeah, we don't need those anymore.
It's a little dark, but that's
Off
okay.
again.
No,
Ambiance.
Yes, it's off again.
it's fine because okay, you know, I fix that. Keep talking.
Okay. He's gonna plug it in somewhere else on a different breaker. So they can hear you, Lynn. So there's
Oh, you can hear me?
yeah, she can. So Lynn is so as you were saying, so for the commitments. So work on them in the next little while. While we were gone, I've actually had there's emails gonna be coming out on our newsletter. So for those of you who've not done your homework, there's reminders coming out throughout the next little weeks. So there's emails coming out. There's also different things that you will want to do, like getting ready for our guests, just an email about our guests coming up. So there's different things that you're going to be able to see coming out while we're away, but keep working on them. And on September 15th, we'll all get together and actually work on the final 10 commitments together. And that's pretty much it. That'll be the beginning, and then we'll get started. We have a whole 6 weeks of stuff planned. Even Jean-Luc and I are going to do stuff on our, like not even on live. We'll just go live randomly sometimes and record things and create videos out of that later. So we're going to be able to make sure that you guys are entertained for the 6 weeks, because what we want is for you guys to feel supported and achieve your 42 days of commitments, not having to do them successfully, but tracking them and keeping track of them. Our vacation starts tomorrow. We leave after work tomorrow. We have to go pick up our car rental at the airport. We've had a change of plans in our travels. Our friends in Sault Ste. Marie are actually not feeling well, so we are actually not going to be going to their place anymore. So we're actually going to Sudbury tomorrow night. We're going to see some people from Sudbury. We're actually meeting up with Linda and Kim, and then on Saturday morning, we're going to, I can't stand in the alley.
I know I'm good.
Saturday morning, we're gonna be leaving we're gonna be heading to Wawa, Ontario.
We're going to
So
Wawa.
We're actually driving a bit further, and we're gonna do places along the way. Then the next morning we go to Thunder Bay, and the rest is gonna stay the same after that. And I also added some stops on our way from Kelowna because I had to change that part of our driving tour as well because of the Jasper fires. So now we're going to Kelowna instead. And so I looked around there, and we're going to Osoyoos,
Cannot say
BC, because it's like this only desert in Canada. So we're gonna stop there, and we're also going to like Harrison Hot Springs. Yeah, Harrison Hot Springs. I put that on the list. So we're gonna do some fun stuff, and we'll show you guys because we are going to be filming the entire trip. We'll be going live, we'll be sharing videos, I'll be doing a blog at the end. So for anybody after who wants to see what that trip was like, and I'm also planning eventually to write a blog about our East Coast trip last year. Because a lot of people asked us about where we went and what we did, so I'll actually compile the same thing. So Lisa said she's been here in Hot Springs. It's amazing.
We can't forget to pack our bathing suits.
No, that's a given.
Yeah. And flip flops.
And also, honey, we're in Canada. We can buy a bathing suit if we have to. The whole time we've been like, oh, we have to. No, if we need NyQuil, there's a pharmacy. We're in Canada. I'm like, we're not going on a cruise ship here or going camping for 2 weeks. We're going to be stopping at hotels in major cities. There's going to be a pharmacy nearby, right?
Except for the desert.
Except in the desert, maybe. No, there's a city there. So, yeah. So, and my mom is also coming on this trip. So my mom and Lynn will be the companions in crime. Companions in crime.
I'll just say this. I remember the most recent Rustic Mama, the two of them were out in the field walking, and I got a video of the two of them, and I'm like, oh.
The broccoli, I think it's ready.
I was like, oh, this is going to be an interesting 2 weeks in BC with these two lovely ladies.
That's ready.
Definitely ready. Probably overdone.
Yeah.
Here, share. Whoa!
I'll take one.
Take a big one, hun.
I do. Oh, yeah.
We can leave me one small one.
I didn't on
Maybe a
purpose.
nice,
That'd be funny.
nice.
Oh yeah, the knife.
Oh yeah, I can get knives. I can definitely get knives.
So see, it's a little cute little basket.
I love the basket idea. I really like this because I won't lie. We got to cook a decent amount of food right now,
And we're all sharing.
and we could share.
And then we
a
can
lot
start
of
the next
times, one person was like, "Well, mine's ready." The other one's like, "Mine's not ready yet," so they have to wait. So it's kind of like it's perfect, and we can start the next batch.
That's what I'm doing right
This
now.
is really boiling. I'm gonna lower it just a bit.
We're gonna put some green and yellow beans.
You-
Also, Jerry said she's been to Osoy.
You like asparagus?
I don't.
I do.
Okay, good. Asparagus.
This is not a broccoli.
Pardon me?
Choking on a broccoli.
Choking on it.
Be careful, Lynn. Don't choke. Here.
What's really fun about this is fill yourself up as much as you want on veggies, right? Like there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, overeating is overeating people. I don't want to
You can beat more broccoli again.
make that a
Now
light.
you grab your sauces and you create your smorgasbord of sauces because this is what's fun. It's got you.
But I'd rather you overeat broccoli and cauliflower and rice and veggies instead of like overeating chocolate, right? And I got to get back into that mindset of have your veggies, have your fruit.
I'm right here.
Don't just be one.
I'm right here.
Oh, the
Honey.
chicken, definitely. Chicken is ready. And then I'll add more to that.
I'll take some a spoon, honey.
Here, Lynn. What's very different is the chicken is kind of like I hate to say it's boiled, but it's not the same because the broth has so much flavor.
It's so tender too.
Yeah, it really stays tender.
I'll leave the lid on.
For those wondering what this is, this is garlic choom.
Delicious.
Pass me the lid. You buy it at Farm Boy, and it's a Lebanese style garlic sauce. It is so good. I'm also obsessed with hummus right now.
He is definitely obsessed with hummus.
Oh, you should have the hummus.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him out.
You're gonna let him out?
Yeah, he's like asking for help. That poor little
That poor little black cat.
cat kitty.
He's sitting in the room all alone going, I have nobody in here with me. You guys are all out.
I'm gonna get you a chair, okay? I'm gonna get you a chair. You can sit with us, okay?
And excellent. We just gotta keep an eye out on the chicken because it's in, but I don't think we're worried.
Here.
Oh, you don't want sriracha, hun?
Oh yeah, sriracha. Sriracha me up. See, look at him. He just wanted to be with the company.
He's like, yeah, thanks for the chair. I'm leaving now. The
Oh,
only
wants
thing
some food.
the only thing I will say about the fondue, make sure you're at a big enough table. Because
Well, normally we would do it there, but
Yeah.
we're set up for tonight. Like
and not only that, I didn't want to take down my whole desk because I'm gonna. I think Rosie is watching the kitties. Did it stop again? No. It's fine. The carrots are yummy.
Want some rice, son?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I haven't made a broth in a long time. But it's good. It turned out really good. Too many sauces in front of me. I'm overstimulated. Overstimulated. So how's everybody doing? What are your plans for the next couple of weeks? Like, what are you guys up to? I know school is starting back for several teachers and parents. So I know there's probably a few parents out there that are like doing the dance of joy because the kids are going back while the teachers are like,
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yep.
where the teachers are taking my children away and I hear a big cheer.
Are you doing corn?
Oh, I forgot the corn.
That's okay. I think this is
It's
enough.
enough. It's not Frenchie. Yes.
We'll leave the corn for Rosie. Rosie can have the corn. The tomb is good, eh?
know.
I wish they had a bigger container.
I know, I am, but then you too much of it.
It is
Buy
about-
two containers.
It is about a oil. Nisha and Paul just came back from a trip to Niagara Falls, which is very cool. And I think that's what Marianne has in her background right now is Niagara Falls.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Oh, we didn't tell you guys something.
What?
What did we do yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
So, you all know that at Christmas this year, Nick ended up getting COVID on our cruise. Okay. And he was locked up in his room from December 28th all the way till January 2nd when we left. And I stayed with him, right? Well, because he was locked away, the cruise ship actually gave him a voucher for that amount of time being locked away. And because I ended up getting COVID for one day, they gave me a very small voucher, but it was a voucher.
You got $100.
I got $100, 182 to be exact.
With that amount, but
But anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is. So yesterday, Nick and I were talking. We're like, we need to use this cruise credit before.
So we booked the Bahamas cruise.
So we're going to the Bahamas.
We booked a 4-day cruise in March next year, March 31st next year. We're going to be going to Miami first and then going to Fort Lauderdale and then going on a cruise. And we actually booked the retreat, which is the top of the ship with the suites. We're going to have a butler. We use our credit to the full extent. So,
But again, we use the credit. Plus,
Yeah.
there was a sale on that first person you got was regular price. The second person was 75% off.
and it includes all our beverages.
It
and
includes our
everything.
beverages. It includes gratuities. Plus, the credit that we had,
Yeah.
it actually ended up being very, very inexpensive for us.
Yeah.
And that's how we travel a lot of times. But we've never been to we've been to Key West one.
First time in Bahamas.
Mhm.
As you all know, I want to add more countries to my list. Check. Bahamas will be added. In the next few weeks, I'm adding Saskatchewan and Alberta. And then a few weeks ago, we added Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. So my list keeps going up. And that's what I want.
That chicken is so
Yeah, it's so tender. And it's good, eh, Lynn?
It's so different. You guys okay if I just like empty it into the basket?
I love that.
And then we can I love this thing. Oh my God. This is like,
Want me to put more stuff in the next ones?
no, we can wait. You want to do that now?
Well,
Yeah.
We could probably also end live feed now. We
Yeah.
probably can. So you know what, guys? We're gonna head out. We're gonna
This is a definite.
yes.
Yes.
Please, if you guys like fondue, if you guys want to try something like this, like I said, the actual fondue set is on Amazon. We put it on our shops. If you go to jeanlucandnick.com/Amazon,
Company's coming.
you will be able to you'll be able to actually get it on Amazon, and there's different versions. There's some that are made.
There's one version which is the smaller one. There's the next version which is bigger, but it's also they have one that has all 3 attachments. One to make cheese fondue, one to make this fondue, and there's another attachment. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. And then there's the deluxe version, which has absolutely everything. So I hope you enjoyed our fondue time. Yes, sweetie, I know. Say hi to everybody. Don't trip.
Nope, I won't trip.
Don't pull the fondue.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'll share the word shortly, everybody.
Everybody in Zoom can stick around if you want. We can still eat with all of you. We'll unmute you guys so you guys can actually talk. Lynn, can you pass me the cell phone? Can you pass me the cell phone that's beside you, Lynn?
This one?
Yeah. We're gonna say goodbye to TikTok. Say hi to everybody.
Like the whole thing?
No, just the
Not the
phone.
wires.
Yeah, the wires.